In this short video, I'm going to show you some ways that you can create a range of activities for your children, which have different types of responses as they go through as well. So I'm on my Seesaw home screen, but you can access this from your Seesaw class pages as well. I'm going to click Add, and I'm going to create an activity. I'm going to give my activity a name. And I'm going to use the template that was shared for distance learning. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it keeps the tools nice and tidy and you've got a clear workspace in the middle. I've already downloaded that template as a PDF at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload that PDF that I've created. I'm going to drag it in from my downloads folder. And it's going to create the basic templates. This is for the pupil response. So you want your pupil response slides to be as minimal as possible so it's not all cluttered. Your main teaching and modeling will go onto your video input, your multimedia task. So here I've got my information. I typed this into PowerPoint before I downloaded it as a PDF. So the learning objective at the top and any text can't be moved by the children. I've also got a resource further down the slides which I want the children to refer to, but they don't necessarily need it right from the beginning. So I'm going to start off by adding in some questions. This is a reading comprehension for year 4. So I'm going to create some questions. I'm going to add a question here. And I'm going to start by adding a multiple choice question. They can be drag and drop or they can be selecting the answer. So let's go for a selecting the answer one. And for here, I'm going to ask the children a question related to the text. Where is the story set? I'm going to give the children some options. So is it in England, Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland? The correct answer could be Wales, and I'm going to add that one in. So I've then got a question, got the 4 possible answers, and for us as teachers, we can see what the correct answer is. I can resize it as needed by dragging it around, and maybe to help the children, depending on their age, I might have a copy of the text or the resource on this page as well, so they're not going backwards and forwards between multiple pages. Let's have a look at what the drag and drop option looks like. So it's a question, it's multiple choice, but this time it's a drag and drop. Let's go for the same question. Where is the story set? Same answers. England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland. Same correct answer and add. Just going to position it better on the page. You can see here the same question type, but in this case the children from their side would drag and drop the correct answer in. This can all be resized, so if you've got a bit of a tight space on the page, you can resize, move things around as much as you want. Okay, that's absolutely fine with that one. So I'm going to use the same template on my next slide. So I'm going to duplicate that slide, just delete those things off for the moment. And this time I want the children to respond to the text in a different way. So I'm going to give them some typed instructions first. Read the first paragraph. How was little Johnny feeling? Use the mic to share your response. So here there's no right or wrong answer. Just going to position that better on the page. Okay, and then maybe for some children they might need a little prompt of what the mic is. So I'm just going to screenshot that. Now on my Mac I can do a little clip. I know you can download the logo as well from Google Images, but a little prompt there to remind the children or to help the children with what the microphone looks like. I can then go through creating further questions as needed. So I'm just going to duplicate that slide again. What should I do this time? This time we're going to have a text response. So that can be a question here as well. This time let's have it a bit more open-ended. Why did little Johnny steal the cake? So here there's no right or wrong answer. But what the children will see is the option to click in the text tool and they will get to type their response. So all of this is just slightly more interactive ways that the children can be responding on their Seesaw activities. I'm going to add that one. And this is the pupil response part. Now for the instructions, you might be typing those instructions aimed at parents or maybe for older children. And then your add multimedia instructions, this is your teaching part. So this is where maybe you've narrated the slides using Microsoft Stream or PowerPoint Cameo, and you're going to upload your video into there. So click on it, click upload, wherever you've saved the video to. Let's pick this one for now. This isn't the same text that goes with the one I've just created. Here's a video of me. Hi Year 3, Mr. Smart here, and for today's reading activity, I'm going to read you this. So this is me reading the story to the Year 3s, and they would then respond to the questions that's on the pupil response. So just some different ways that you can get children to engage using Seesaw.